Yeah, no, I'm stuck like I'm touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown.
Hey guys, welcome to IAMABIKER, and today we are going to talk about the Ultraviolette F77. We've had it for like 4 months now. We've taken it on long rides. We used it daily in the city.
We rode it in the night.
Yeah, we rode it in the night. Long ride on the night.
Yes.
Not that being riding night is special, but we put it into ballistic and we pushed its performance, squeezed every last meter of range from it over the last few months. Before we dive into the details, check out our t-shirts. These are sponsored by the guys at Auto Street. Check out their website. If you like the designs, there's a 10% discount code on all products, all t-shirt products and stickers in the description. Check them out, and now back to our review.
I can do my dance like a touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown.
So guys, let's keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we liked and what we did not like. The most important thing that I liked, the performance in ballistic mode. It is so addictive.
That is there. Everybody, even me, you, Harsha, everybody like the performance, top speed,
you put it into ballistic mode. The way it builds up speed and covers distance. It's been 4 months. I'm still not used to it.
The moment it will take you right.
Yeah, you're seeing there's the gap over there, and you're like, okay, I'm in ballistic, and boom, and you have the general perception of speed and sound, right? So there is no sound. It's like you blink and you're there. I think that is still something I'm getting used to. That sort of ballistic performance I'm still getting used to, and I hope we have the bike for some more time so we can get used to.
We will not give it back.
And then I think the overall build quality. I mean, we have pushed the bike, right?
Yes.
And on road, off road, we have
bad roads, no roads.
Yeah. And there is still not a single rattle or anything. So, I mean, that's something I'm really impressed about. And of course, the way it looks is such a head turner.
Yes. I mean, everywhere where I have gone, people have asked, hey, sir, which bike is it? How much it cost? What is the range?
Yeah.
Everybody, it's a head turner. You will get, attention everywhere you go.
So, before we move into the negatives, I want to hear what he says as well.
If you ask me, I'll say handling and headlights. Like both. Because handling, I was riding it in the city also most of the time for my office commutes and all that. A small thing that I felt that the riding posture, I will come to that later, but I like the way it handles. It's very easy to cut to the traffic and changing directions. The bike will be with you when you are doing all those such things. And headlights, I told you, as we were riding in the night also. Most of the times, these generation motorbikes, I feel after the introduction of LED lights, I mean the lights looks good. We think that it's very powerful lights. When it comes onto the road, when there's an opposite halogen lights coming at you or the street lights, the white light disappears. But in the case of ultraviolet, the headlight is really powerful and it's really focused
on the road.
On the road itself, it is not fading away. You can see whatever is there. And I think 70-80 also I was riding in those headlamps and didn't have
it was still bright.
Yes, it was still bright.
Good. I mean, when you put it in glide, I think 80-90 is probably the max you'll be able to go. Yeah. It'll go in city conditions. Also. I mean, glide is limited to, I believe, 90 if the headlights are that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I rode it a while in the night during the night shoot that we did.
Yeah.
Remember there were sections where the street lights were also not there.
Yes.
At that time it was like crazy
full bright actually.
Yeah. But yeah, in the city when I rode, it did not fade away even with the street lights, everything. It could still. It was really bright.
Yes.
Yeah. And what did you think about the build quality?
As I said before, build quality is really great. Took into bad roads also, and while office commuting and all, I really wanted to check how it handles in the off-road or bad road conditions. I never heard any unwanted sound or rattling noise or anything. Because of the riding posture, we have to go on a lesser speed. You can't just go blast on it.
Yeah.
No sounds, no issues. The bike is built very well. Good quality of parts used.
So coming to the range, I think that is also one more place I was
very important. Yeah,
quite impressed as well with what we actually got. Most manufacturers, they say a number and you get something else.
Yeah.
Or you get something very less.
Condition supply.
Condition supply, it should be like a 40 kg person and riding it at 40 kilometers per hour or 30. But with the Ultraviolette, I was really happy when we did the mileage or the range test on a single charge. I mean, 240 kilometers on a single charge. And that too, we did not squeeze it like we rode it only in glide, the most economical mode. We mixed it up with glide,
combat
and ballistic. Of course, ballistic, we didn't ride for a long time on it. Of course, if you ride in ballistic for a long time, it will definitely come down. But we mostly rode in glide and compact for our city and commute use, everything. And it is still fast enough for that, right? That's still a good lot of range, man.
Yes.
And in the real world to get that, for me, the biggest problem with the concept of electric was the lack of range.
Yeah.
Because if I want to go to office today, on the way back, I want to catch up with my friends.
Or something else extra you want to do.
Yeah, and I want to catch my friends whose house is 20-30 kilometers, in the other direction. And then while coming back, I want to stop at a shop, buy some stuff, and then I want to come back home. If I only have a point A to point B range, it's not going to be giving me that freedom that I want. I mean, that's what motorcycles are all about.
Yeah. And so at the beginning of this test also, you were not confident enough to do that.
Yeah, I was a bit scared because we had taken this oath that we will use it even if the charge comes down to single digit. So now I'm confident.
We know how the bike performs.
Yeah, we know how the bike performs.
We can take it anywhere we want.
Because you remember there's this one scooter that we tested, because after 20, it just dropped down to like 4.
Yeah, all of a sudden. So that was a bit tricky first. Yeah. So we didn't want to end up in the same situation. But never happened with
Never happened with the Ultraviolette. It was really good, really confidence inspiring that way actually. Mileage or the range on a single charge is really good, very impressive. Coming to other topics like the riding comfort, it's a bit of a sporty position.
Yeah, little bit committed position.
Yeah, so this is where little bit of, I wouldn't say bad, I want to say wish it was different.
Yeah, because long rides and all, it's never a problem. You will not even feel it when you're riding long distances, highways and all. When you're riding spending too much time in city rides, then you might feel little bit pressure on.
But I believe there are some things working behind the scenes at Ultraviolette. I'm not exactly sure what is coming up, a new variant with the relaxed thing or actual handlebar rises. But yes, something is just around the corner. So that's good to know, and I think that will make it really comfortable.
Yes, that is the one thing that we all felt that little bit update should be needed. But if that is covering, then nothing like it.
Nothing like it. It will be perfect. You just have fun on the bike.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about is actually the charging times. Big battery means generally big charging times. Right. So with the boost charger, till about 70% it did about in about 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours, and then to go all the way to 100%, close to I think 4.5, 5 hours. It took.
Yeah.
Fair enough, because we personally, apart from that mileage test, when the range test, we never brought it below 50%. We kept it above 50% as much as possible. We'll ride somewhere, we'll come back to office, plug it in. Because always bring it up to 90% above. I mean, that was just the habit we had developed. I think once you have this setup for charging at home with the boost charger,
you will never have an issue with that.
Yeah, you ride, you come back, you
charge it for like 2.5 hours. It will almost be, because you will never drain the charge completely if you are not charging it. I mean, not charging it for 2-3 days or something.
Yeah,
long gap is there.
So because you have the range available, you don't have to think about charging it every day. So I think that's really a good thing, which is one of the biggest concerns actually, because with most of the scooters you still have to come back and I need to charge it today if I need to use it tomorrow.
Yeah, so much of frequent charging is needed.
Then talking about the other basics, suspension, it is proper city bike.
Yes,
it's not like an adventure bike. It's proper city bike. It's comfortable. It's not too stiff
or too soft.
Yeah, not balanced. It's quite well balanced. Tires are also no real complaints. It does its job. I mean, it handles the performance of this bike quite well also.
And the region is also not so intrusive.
Yeah, you can adjust it of course to different, even at maximum region, it is not too bad. It sort of gives you the normal engine feel, the ICE petrol engine.
When you are like
it sort of gives you that sort of feel. So it's good. And other characteristics like the tires, like we said, it handled well. Even a little bit of enthusiastic riding, or if you're doing some proper enthusiastic riding also, it did tackle some corners really well actually.
And the ground clearance is also really great.
Yeah, that is also something really good.
The hums and all, never it scraped.
Yeah, even with the pillion actually, it did not scrape anywhere. All the basics are really proper, even though it's like from a new manufacturer, startup.
You can take in almost all conditions in India.
Yeah, so it's a really well made motorcycle. Yeah. The brakes also really good, dual channel ABS.
Yeah, it has to be really good because the speeds you are doing at ballistic, you need really good brakes to stop.
Yeah, and it does stop very well. Yeah, the tires support it also very well. So it's a very rounded,
well balanced. Everywhere
in fact, this setup even on a petrol bike would be proper. But I don't think it will accelerate this well.
This well.
It is. I mean, like I told you, I'm still not used to it. They did give us the accessory, the tank grips. I think those are one of the best tank grips I have ever used.
You wanted to purchase it?
Yeah, I was thinking of putting it on my other bike because they're really good. I mean, provide real grip, proper grip, even with something like jeans if you're wearing, or of course with your riding
gear.
It provides real good grip, and the handling actually improved. The confidence actually improved because now when you're leaning, you're really able to support it. With your leg, hug it on the tank and really lean off the bike. That was really good. I would suggest everybody getting the Ultraviolette
should go for these grips.
And I would suggest others to put the Ultraviolette tank pads on your bikes as well. It is really good. The material they use is fantastic. It's been a crazy 3-4 months with the Ultraviolette F77. Luckily, we rode the red, the laser most of the time. Now we have the Airstrike also with us for a few days. We just lucked out in that way because they needed the bike for something else. Even this looks good.
Yep.
The black and silver contrast looks really good. I think
laser is always my favorite.
That combination, I think all colors look good actually.
Shadow is also nice.
It's got that stealth finish, right? It looks
in a way, like each color is good in its own way.
Yeah.
You can't just say this is good, this is bad, but everybody might like these kind of color options.
I'm actually really happy. Yes, the price point is probably what most people are thinking about while jumping into this, but I think with the range it offers and the convenience it offers in terms of not having to worry about charging it every day, I think it sort of pays for itself in the first year itself, especially if you're using it daily.
Still have that biker element in it.
Exactly. I mean, that is probably that's the most important point. Yeah. When you go into the electrics nowadays, you feel like that
you're out of that biker league.
That rider feel like senior citizen level. But with the Ultraviolette, you still have that element of being a rider.
Biker.
Yeah, a rider, a biker, and I'm a biker. So that feel is still there. That is probably the biggest victory of this motorcycle.
Exactly.
That is probably the best part of this. I'm a biker. So guys, if you have any questions regarding the Ultraviolette F77,
do comment below.
Yes, and
or else you can directly message us in the Instagram.
Yeah, actually that will be faster because we're always on our phones, right? And we'll definitely get back to you. And once again, these t-shirts, check them out at Auto Street. If you want a discount code, it's in the description. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll clock more miles on that bike before giving it back. Bye guys.
See you in the next video.